Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second session of report writing of your academic writing workshop. So last day, that is Friday, I talked about, the significance of report and the types of report and why report at all is required to be written. So just can any one of you tell me a few important points that why report writing at all has to be learned? Those who attended the workshop last day. Anyone willing to answer? You can raise your hand and you can go ahead, because a bit of recap is required, before we move with the further writing. Sneha, Shivani, Radhika, any one of you can tell me? Okay, so since fine, I don't know whether I'm unable to hear or but can't see any raised hand. Anyway, so let me go ahead then with the report writing. I said that it is important that if anything happens, then you have to write a report. It has to be authentic. You have to take care of what all the format you have to follow. And then there are basically two types of report I talked about. Like one is formal, other is informal. It can be a verbal report, it can be a written report. While we talk about the verbal report, when we report something verbally to someone, that is the verbal report. And when you require to write it down, that is a written report. Now, when we talk about a written report, we require to be very much careful, because a written documentation is there and anyone can refer to it later on. So first of all, it should be authentic, and whatever you are writing down is going to help people in multivarious manner. I talked about that, how it can help a person to get promotion, how it can help a senior to assess thing, analyze thing, critically understand the situation, to learn a problem about what all are the issues related to it, and all are there. So here we will be doing with an example of prospectus, because so I was talking about, this prospectus where we find a lot many details of a particular institution. No, actually it talks about the different things that are done by the institution often. Now here, this is the agenda I talked about, what we are going to do today, as well as some of them are already done the last day. So today we will also be talking about the features of report writing, some common mistakes in report writing, and the structure and importance of report writing as well. So as you can see, and we have already discussed, that it is a study of facts and information, right? It is formed in a structured format based on observation and analysis. It helps the management in an organization for making plans and solving issues in the organization. It is an outcome of any event, because whatever happens, say this time from 19th onwards, you are attending this webinar. So after the webinar is done, you can also write a report. So whatever event you take part, you organize, so there is a reporting thing about it all the while. So we must know how to do that. Now, directly getting on to the effective reports and the steps that are to be followed, you can see that determine the objective of the report, that is to identify the problem, the issue which has been there. So I said that there might be a problem. See, the workers are facing a lot of crisis at a particular industry. So there in the factory, one of the administrators sent someone to go there, visit it, talk to the maybe the supervisor, will going and talking to the people, and then will try to grasp the problem. So, and then he will be reporting to his boss. So collect the required materials, facts for the report, study and examine the facts gathered. So plan the facts for the report as well. So here you can see that prepare an outline for the report, that is draft the report, edit the drafted report. As I said that there are 7 C's of writing, right? So when you are writing a report, it's a lengthy writing. So when it's a lengthy write-up, so naturally you will have to plan what all things you are going to put inside it, and to whom you are catering to, who is going to provide you, and who is going to submit the same to. So all these things have to be talked about. that is like to whom you are submitting the report, what is the purpose of the report, why that person is going to read your report. Is it for evaluation of a problem? Is it to analyze a situation? Is it to bring about certain solutions to certain problems? So all these things have to be inspected properly. So edit the drafted report, distribute the draft report to the advisory team and ask for feedback and recommendation. Yes, you draft a report and you send. And once your report is read, the advisory team is there. They will actually help you out and tell you that what all things can be done in order to improve upon the situation. So that is one important thing that we require to keep in our mind while we write a report. Then only the purpose of the report will be solved. Now, these are the different types of reports, that are usually written when we talk about a written report. So sometimes it's a research report, sometimes it is a business report, sometimes it's a scientific report, sometimes it can be a routine report, or it can be an investigation report. As I was talking about the FIR last day, right? First information report. So project report, it can be whatever project that has been done and people had participated. So you talk about the project, and then it can be the director's report even. So one by one, we can get into, like, first of all, when we talk about a research report, so what all research had been done. If a person is doing certain research on some topic, some issue, some scientific theory, or maybe any other thing. So how the research was all done, and the research report talks about the ethical format, like there is one introduction there, it states that what this report is all about and why it is important, and you talk about the different aspects of the report in separate sections, and then finally you put your suggestion or whatever you call conclusion even. So that is there. Then comes the scientific report. Scientific report is like a scientific investigation. It can be, you can write anything that is pertaining to a particular scientific development, or maybe a scientific research work, and you write a report about the same. And then you have that routine report. Routine report means, like every day you send a daily report, or you send a weekly report, or you send a monthly report at times, fine. And you send, like biannual report, quarterly report. So at different intervals, we require to write reports. So these are basically the routine reports. Now, moving on to the investigation report. So investigation report, you will find that some investigation has been done. There has been some crime committed. So there is an investigation team who will work. So whatever investigation they do, they will have to write at the end of the day an investigation report. So a project work is held. So again, how the project went, what was the project all about, was the money involved, what was the purpose of the project, how about its influence, what it is going to render, what is the outcome of the project. So all these things will be coming under the project reports. The director's report is his report on the situation of a particular institution or organization, and that they can put in the form of report. So any one of you can cite me an example of a research report from your own experiences. Yes, please, I would love to hear from you. There are so few people here, like Radhika, Shivani, Khushi. Yes, Nihal, you are the one who will answer. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here. Ma'am, according to me, I think I would just like to give one example of research report. It could be like, for example, a report which is describing the effectiveness of vaccines in the present pandemic situations.
Okay.
Like there are so many vaccines, so the research report could be all about which one is the most effective.
Okay. Now, actually, at the beginning, Nihal, I was talking about, just can you give me a brief summary of whatever I had taught the last day? A bit.
On Friday, ma'am? Yeah. On Friday?
Yes, because I wanted to do a recap and go ahead with that, but I didn't get any response. So I was actually eager to see whether Nihal is there or not. I couldn't find you. Now I could find you. Yeah. So if you do not have any problem,
Okay.
can you talk a bit about it?
No, no, ma'am. I don't have any problem. I'm just worried whether I would be, whether I will be, whether I will able to explain each and every point, whatever discussed on Friday. So I
No,
will
no,
try
no.
to cover
Some
as
of
much as
them as
possible.
it comes to your mind, as it comes to, there is no hard and fast rule. I just want to know that I talked about what a report is, and then what are the different types of a report. And I said why it is significant. I talked about how it helps in the organization, like I said that it helps to critically analyze a situation, to get into the crux of problems. It helps a person to get, promotions. It helps the person to develop himself and herself, so on and so forth. I was talking about many points. Just few points of your life, just one by one you can tell. Not a problem.
Okay. Okay. Report is a very serious document which basically describes the already happened event, the event which has already happened in the past, and it's mostly written in third person form, just to just to make it more unbiased. And it's written in passive. It's written in passive voice, and I don't think I need to describe why it's written in passive voice and why not it's in active voice. So I will just move further. So as I have already said, it's a very serious document. So so you need to, whenever you are preparing any report, you should try to make it more authentic, right? Your report should be based on fact and figures, not on your own opinion. Like in our daily life, we see too many reports. Like if you are daily, if you read newspaper, you can find we can find various reports, like some accidental reports, some entertainment reports, like
Yes, newspaper reports we are talking about.
yes. So reports are basically of two types, like one is formal report and another is informal report. If you talk about informal report, in informal report, you do have some kind of liberty, like according to your own convenience, you can skip some event or you can include some event. It's on your own it's on your own convenience. You can obviously take some kind of liberty, but in formal report, there should not be any kind of liberty. All facts, whether it's small or big, you need to mention it over there. For example, I was describing on Friday, I was describing my own state's fodder scam. Like when the police
Yes.
submitted of fodder scam report, the report consisted of more than 1,000 pages. So
Yes.
when the report is more than 1,000 pages, it must have described each and every detail, no matter whether it's small or big. So you can say most of the times we often read formal reports. Like informal reports, most of the times you don't often read such kind of report, because informal reports are not considered as quite serious as compared to formal reports. So I think that was all about summary, and I think I may have missed some points, so I would like to
No
apologize.
problem. That's fine. You have more or less covered all the points, and there were a lot many points. That's a very fantastic endeavor from your end, and that you are always very enthusiastic to answer. That's a really very good thing. Okay, so let me proceed. Then again, I will get back to you and I will talk to you for sure, since you were such an enthusiastic participant. So here we get into the structure of the report. The main crux of today that I said that I'm going to talk about this, and in a couple of minutes, after some time, I will give you to write a report, and then you have to follow all these things. Now, while we talk about report writing, I said the basic, you can see here, there is the title page. Just as Nihal told right now, no, it is more than 1,000 pages. So it can be like a book, and a very fat book it can even be. So it is very similar to that of writing a book at times. So that's why we did so many references and how to do citations with Suchi man before me. So you did that with, right? So here we do have, like a title page and table of contents, just like a book. So you have our report on, you write in details that what the report is all about. Say you are going to write a report on this particular webinar series you had on this academic writing. So you will have to write like a report on webinar series on academic writing. And then you have table of contents, that what are the different topics that that were talked about by the different professors. So it will have the table of contents. Then abbreviations and glossary, if it is a very technical thing, often we require to use abbreviations, acronyms, glossary, sometimes some typical terminologies, jargons we use. So they are there. But that is, of course, pertaining to the subject where you are doing. Then moving on to the acknowledgements, as you write a project work, as you write different projects and you write your thesis and you write some research paper. So usually you write an acknowledgement. So that is also there. Then comes the abstract. That is why exactly you are writing this report. What is the purpose of this report? Why people should read at all this report, right? So when you put that, so that makes abstract. Abstract is very short writing. Like, you know, very less of words are put into 50, 60 words, sometimes 100, 150 words. So it is, you know, in ratio to the report you were writing or the content that you were writing. So if you were writing a book like report, then of course it can be like 100, 200 to 50 words, doesn't matter. So that's the abstract that talks about what you were working on. Then this comes the most important part, that what we will practice today writing will be on this introduction, body, and conclusion. So introduction will introduce that what is this. So if we're talking about this academic writing workshop, in the introduction, you are going to introduce that what is academic writing, why it is important in a professional scenario, or why it is important for the students at all who are studying a professional course or maybe an academic course. So why it is important. And then that gives you the background, right? That why at all you require to write the report. Then you say that what are the things that we usually find in reports and how it should be written. And then what are the things that you did and all that you learned on the basis of different topics. So whenever you write a report, at the top you write date, time, venue, and purpose. So the date on which you visited that place, so the event happened. So you are writing a report. So you are going to put the date like from 19th May till 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever, June, till you are. So that's the span of time. So that's the date. Then time, you always had your time from 2 to like 4 p.m. So you can put that time. So you are done with your date, your time. Place, it is through, you know, this Zoom meeting. So that is your venue, and purpose is to learn how to write effective reports. So report is one, to how to write effective different write-ups, academic write-ups. So when you are writing on that, so you together put that. So that is how you introduce, and then you go by your body paragraph wise, right? That means if you had been talking about, so here you can talk about each one of them. So I just can share side by side one more thing with you, which will give you an idea. Like earlier also we did discuss, say for example, the program schedule will help you here to write the report, because you have to go bit by bit what exactly you did, right? So here, if you can see that it is very technical writing, right? So naturally you must know that. So let me try to share this, just a sec. Or if I share later on, we'll also do. I just go ahead, like on 19th May, you learned about writing, why, what, and how. Then you learned about, you know, analysis and vocabulary and sentence structure. Then on the next day, you learned about sensory words, idiomatic phrase. So these are what different topics taken by different teachers, right? So while you are writing a report, you can go by each of the topic and the name of the speaker, and then what he or she talked about, and then what are the learnings from that session and how it can be applied. So likewise, you can get into, you know, this particular report, this particular topic, and then that will make your body. So those will be the different paragraphs, you know, of your body. And then you finally conclude that how effective this academic writing workshop had been for you. So was it actually effective? Was it not? To what extent were you benefited? So it should be a genuine one. It should not be a one that you write in order to make people happy or the organizers happy. It's nothing like that. It should be a genuine report, to what extent you are helped. And then see, this is a very simple one. So here you do not require any kind of bibliography. But maybe if you are writing a report or maybe some nuclear project, so there you will be using about a lot of words, lot of jargons, and a lot of citations from different places. So you must put your bibliography there. But that is, the structure of a report, which is more or less structure similar to that of a structure of a book usually, or a project. But when you write a simple report in your everyday life, in your professional life, in your organization and institution, you basically go by this part, this introduction, body, and conclusion part. So with more emphasis on that, we will learn how to write them effectively. So till now, any query, anyone? Is this much clear to you all?
Ma'am, do you think we really need bibliography for report writing?
Yes, see, when it is, say, if it is an annual report, if it is a project report, a big project report, a bridge is being constructed. Now the project report of that bridge construction. Now maybe at times it was good, maybe it was some part of it was not working properly and there was some problem with it. So such a big thing, it depends on what kind of a report you are writing, how much grave it is. It is a simple report, simple event, you are just writing a report, it is easy. But when it comes to such things, such huge issues which are written in the form of reports, and where a huge amount of money and budget of the government, of the people, they are all involved, then the report may be very big. You said that is a 1,000-page scam report, right? So 1,000 page, you can understand, it's quite a fat book. So there, don't you think you might require bibliography? Because why you require bibliography at all? That what all other information and books and other things that you have, other sources, I should say, that you have used in order to reiterate your facts. I said that it is all about facts and figures. So whatever facts and figures you do share, or any concept that you share on the basis of which you are analyzing, then you have to support it with some citations from other people, other proven facts, some other books, some other papers, where you find so a lot many research work, right? So while you do that, you must be mentioning those books from where you have taken your references. So that is what your reference is all about. So you are naturally bound to give your references. And when you are putting your references, they're nothing but making your bibliography. But yeah, one thing is, of course, for a 3-page report, you are not going to write a bibliography. So common sense is the biggest sense, which is rarely found in common man. So we should be careful about it. So what is the type of thing and what is the graveness of the event on which I am going to write a report? That you must understand properly, and then you should be going likewise. Am I able to answer, Nihal, your question? Did you get me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
Okay. Fine. Good one. So I would be happy if you keep on asking me questions. So now let us go by the planning of a report first. So now when it comes to the body write-up, like introduction, body, and conclusion, so planning of the report is a must. As in all writing assignments, it's crucial to analyze the task carefully. So it is when you write a report. So who is the report for? Why do they want it? What do they need to know? As I said, few minutes before I was talking about, and I was telling you, yeah, that you require to know that who is your intended audience, for whom you are writing the report. Who is this report for? So when you understand who is this report for, then you simultaneously understand that if X is going to read this report, then why he is reading my report, his purpose of reading the report. So maybe he's your manager, he wants to evaluate someone, he wants to get to the crux of a problem, he wants to, settle some issues. And for that, you as a very near and authentic person will go and get into the matter and get back to him, and you will be writing him in the form of a report, all the details. So he will be
Ma'am, you are
trusting and
not
depending.
audible.
Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Nihal, can you hear me?
Ma'am, now you're audible, but for the last couple of minutes, you're not audible.
Okay, maybe some internet glitch, better, because I am very much unmute. You can see.
Hello,
So
ma'am. You are audible. You are audible, ma'am. Please go ahead.
okay, no, some of the students. Okay, fine. So you can understand that you must know who is this report for, right? So why do they want it? So it should answer that one as well. And then what do they need to know? So what is the purpose that is going to be served through my report? That is something you should be very much clear about, right? So you should address that. And when you address it authentically within your report, and you see that the purpose of the reader is going to be served rightfully, then that will make your report a success. Fine. So what all things you put, how you are going to put, and you know, the manner in which you are writing, that is also very, very much important. So that is what the planning of report is all about. Then while you start planning, you know, you think about structure and format. Yes, as I say, that you have to think that, okay, there has to be introduction. Now, if it is a very small event, 4 paragraphs, 4 body paragraphs might be enough. But if it's a big event happening, there are so many issues to talk about. So it might not be restricted anymore to 4 paragraphs. It can go to 10 pages even. So there should be sections likewise. So you should be able to understand the graveness of the purpose for which you are writing the report, and accordingly you divide and segmentize your writer. And don't think while writing you can do that. I start writing, I write half of it, and I think, okay, there are so many more points to be covered, and okay, some are yet to be covered. Oh, I couldn't make up through, it is getting too lengthy, or it has become too short. So these things will not happen, you know, if you plan your things beforehand in the rightful manner. So that is something which is much required. So you have to take care of that. So it's better that you structure and follow the format very carefully from the very beginning. And for following a format, you will require to know the format, right? So that is also equally important. So check your guidelines. Yes, you cannot write whatever you feel like, although that is genuine. So there are certain boundaries of our communication, and that to a formal and that to a written communication, to reiterate, I must say. Because what exactly you are writing, in whichever manner you are putting, how you are catering it, they are each one of much importance. So you have to check your guidelines as well. So, okay, what are the rules there? What are the things that I can do here as a reporter reporting things that I must be knowing before I dive into my writing thing? So have you been given a suggested structure or format? If you do not have, you can ask for it. If you're writing for your firm, for your organization, for your institution, you can ask for it if they have a definite format. If they say they do not have any format, then you can follow or go by a standard format. So that you can highly do. So think how to present your information most clearly. Fine, that is something should be there, you know, otherwise people will not be able to understand what you are trying to communicate. So think how to present your information. Lot many information, if you put it, things will get jumbled up, people will get confused, and you won't know the manner in which it should be putting. And I was talking about the rightful sequence of the sentences. Rightful sequence will be leading to significant paragraphs, and those paragraphs should be linked to each other, you know, so that one might lead to another in the proper manner. Think how to present your information most clearly. Therefore, you must be able to think about how to present it in a very clear manner. Here we see that when we start with the process of writing, right? So as I said, that first you plan, then you write, and then there is the post-writing period where you edit, where you revisit and see that whether you should make some changes, you should put it accordingly or not. So think about what you already know. So about the issue and the thing. So, and then you carry out with it as usual. So brainstorm, first of all, think that what all issues are there. So pertaining to it, what you can talk about, what you have experienced, and jot them down in notes and to make a mind map of the same. So how will you find the information you need, right? So That is something you have to work upon. Make a time plan allowing for each preparation and writing stage. Yes, so see if you can put it into 3-4 different segments, and for each segments how much time you should give, it should be according to it. Like first you go for introduction, then you go for the different paragraphs or the different sections that you are going to write, and then you see that whether they are rightly connected or not. If they are properly connected, then whether one flow of thought is properly continued to the next flow of thought, or it is throwing to the next. So likewise you see each one of them. So you make a plan before you write. So you plan and think that what are the things you are going to put, and you are putting it accordingly. So allowing each preparation and writing same some time of its own. So reports usually go like that. Again, that's a power cut. Now getting on to the planning of the writing process, right? So we require to think about what we already do, and then yes,
Ma'am, you gave a task to us to describe all the stages of making a report.
so you are
in
writing,
chatbot.
fine, then I give
So I
you
just
10 minutes of time.
Yes, I just okay. I just described the pre-writing thing, and then you started
Okay,
the
then I
discussion,
just
and
wait.
I just posted it.
Okay, I just wait, I finish,
you
and then let me know, and then I move ahead.
Okay, you can read it, ma'am. I have already posted it in chat box.
Okay, can you read it out for us?
Okay. Actually, due to less time, I just wrote about the pre-writing process.
No
And
problem. Because I gave you
okay.
something to write only as a filler, because I was taking time to join, right?
Okay.
If you're
So in pre-writing, I wrote, first you need to select on which topic you are making a report, and you should also introspect whether you have the expertise or not to make such reports. Then you should make some drafts according to your own convenience, so that you should not divert while preparing the report. Thank you, ma'am.
this much you have written, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. It's fine. That is how you start about it. And then there is a writing process where you write itself, and then you edit multiple times, and then finally you present your write-up. However, so I get back to where I left you actually before this PowerPoint and all. So how will you find the information you need, right? Make a time plan allowing for each preparation and writing stage. Reports usually have important deadlines. So you have to submit a report by this day. So you have to follow that with a lot of stricture. So as I said, that the format has to be maintained, the language with which you are writing, to whom you are catering, what is the purpose all about, and who is going to read this, and how it is going to help that person. Keeping all these things in mind, you can only write that report. Now, next is organization of your information. Whatever information you have, like you visited somewhere, you saw something, you experienced something, and you went there, you find there that there is something, a problem, that lot many issues happening. So you have to keep them all in mind. Whatever analysis you do have in mind, whatever reason or root causes you do find them behind the happening, everything you must be keeping in mind, and then you should be applying it as and when it is required to make your report not only authentic but also to help the purpose of the report. Fine. So the purpose with which you are writing the report must be served. The manner in which you are using your information, and all those supportive documents that you are putting along to authenticate whatever you are sharing, or you feel like, or you think that that has happened. So consider the sources you will need. So you require certain sources as well to stand by your feeling and opinion, whatever comment you make out of whatever you saw or experienced, and decide which key information should go in which section. So this is your logical reasoning. You should be able to understand that you had multiple information, but all of them cannot go in one particular paragraph. It should go paragraph wise as per to which issue you are addressing in which paragraph, and accordingly you are going to use it pertinently, with the rightful examples, with the rightful citations, with the rightful connectors and sources. And then the para next should be following your earlier paragraph with the logical coherence only. So there should be a congruity of whatever idea, information, and different thoughts that you are sharing and your experiences or what you feel like about the entire event or the program or the situation or the problem that you have to write about. So organize your information as you go along, note your references as you go along, because of course, because whatever references you are connecting at the end, I say, no, it is not like all the time it will be a 3 pages report. It can be a 1,000 pages report even. So it goes like a book, a very fat book even at times. So you must note your references so that you can put them at the back. And you can also cite your sources rightfully. So that you are going to do under the bibliography section that I said at the beginning. So these are more or less the different stages that we take care in the process of writing a report. They are nothing much different. Going back to the few slides just for reiteration. And I will just get back to you for a little short recap of the same before I move on to the features of report writing. So here we talk about the plan, we talk about the process, the different writing strategies and the different segmentization of the different parts of the report and how we make it, the logical coherence part, the connecting section, and that one should flow to the other thought. So there should be a rightful sequence at the end of the day leading to the final conclusion or suggestion that you put. So these are more or less there in each of these slides. You can have a look. And anyone who can summarize this in 2-3 sentences and tell me. So can you just share these few 5-6 slides what I shared about the process of writing in your own words, that how the planning and processing of the write-up is all about when we think of a report writing?
Ma'am, first you need to identify your strong areas while making a report. You should know whether you have the expertise or not to make such a kind of reports. And then if you already selected, like you do have the experience to make such report, then the next process start, then the next process start, and this process is making draft. You should always make some drafts according to your own convenience. Like drafts are even almost every professor says ki while making a research report, drafts are very important. Like it helps you to know, it helps you to to avoid diversion in various topics. Like if you are making a report, it's assumed that you have too much of knowledge, so you should not divert while making a report. So that's why the drafts are important. And then obviously then the writing process starts. And while doing the writing process, you should not write in a very dignified language, because your readers, you would have a very varied kind of readers. So your writing style should be simple and clear, so that even a common reader can understand your report, what you are trying to say, or what you are trying to suggest. Yes, ma'am. Any issue?
No, go ahead. I was saying that
Okay.
no flowery language has to be used. You were saying no, writing should be in simple language. Yes, that is what exactly.
Yes. That's why I said you should avoid dignified language. Okay, and then the next thing is conclusion. You should also conclude the main points that you have already mentioned in the reports. And after that, obviously the bibliography thing comes up, and whatever the help you have taken from various sources, like if you have read some kind of articles, some kind of books while making such report, you should also mention that, so that it will help the readers to understand the report in a more conventional way, so that they can also understand the background of your report, like where you gathered such kind of, from where you gathered such knowledge, and which are the sources that you have taken help to make such kind of report. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, very well. So you have followed it very intricately. Thank you so much, Nihal. So now let us move on to this features of good writing. We have talked about this. Just a recap of the same till we move into our exercise. So it has a clear thoughts, right? It is complete and self-explanatory. After writing the report, we must check. So if it has got all the thoughts very clearly mentioned, fine. If it is complete, if it is self-explanatory, we should not leave sentences like it talks about and then it leaves it incomplete, and it seems that something more is there behind which had not been explained. So that should not be the case. It should be totally explained. It should be self-explanatory, and reading it should give you the explanation by its own. So it should be comprehensive but compact. Of course, unnecessarily beating about the bushes is not required. You should be writing in a clear but precise manner. So it is one of the 7 C's, no, to be concise and pertinent. So it is accurate in all aspects. So there should not be any exaggeration, or there should not be any light comments about it, or just whatever casual manner I feel like, so I share. So that cannot go in the report. So my feeling is my personal thing, but whatever I feel like, that should be backed by reason and citations and supportives. So for that we can use sources to support the same facts and figures, and the statistics should be there. So everything should be fact-based. There is no question of imagination, guessing, and these things. So that cannot be there. So it has suitable format for readers. Yes, it should be some in a format that any reader should read it and understand it very clearly and in one go. It should not be like one has to find out or search for facts and figures, that it is said here, so where I can find it. So no, it should not be like that. So it should be thereby very much clear and free flowing in its manner. So it should support the facts and factuals, which I already shared. It has an impersonal style. So it is not me personally writing to anyone. So it should have an impersonal style. It should have the proper date and signature. Yes, as I said on the top, you are writing date, time, place, purpose, and then the report in details, and then you start with the major issues. You put introduction and then the different body paragraphs, and then on the basis of that, with a logical coherence and rightful sequence being followed, you finally end up with your conclusion. Your conclusion is in report. Usually it's a suggestion, because whatever you see, find, you suggest something out of your observation. So thereby it is there. So it follows an impartial approach. Yes, it should not be partial. It should not be biased. It should not be prejudiced. So it should be independent of any kind of, pre-ideas about the same. So you are not going to give food to those kind of thoughts. So whatever you find according to the happening, that only you are going to do. Now it has all essential technical details. Yes, it is presented in a lucid style, simple manner. It is a reliable document. As I said multiple times, it has to be reliable, and it is arranged in a logical manner. So these are the things we already talked about. So I just a little bit brush up of the same, and then moving on to the common mistakes in report. So the report should not be written in a manner, that it seems too lengthy, so boring. The language is something which is not easy to understand, not comprehensible rightfully, too lengthy unnecessarily. So some errors are there, or maybe careless mistake is there, or maybe certain very casual things that you have written is not supposed to be written. So all these kind of things are to be avoided. Now, when we talk about, I was saying that not all the time it is a 2-3 pages report. It can be a 15 pages, 20 pages, or even 200 to 50 pages report. An annual report is often so fat, and it's like a book. So there we have to talk about, in the structure, there is a cover page, the entire report to talk about. Here we will be practicing only the body, introduction, and conclusion. So cover page, you put the title and then the report that you are putting. So you can talk about the risk factors. There has to be a proper introduction. You give some information about the company, or you introduce it. The financial statements that you talk about. So this was talking in relevance to a prospectus. So these are the details that we find in a typical document. But why I am putting it in connection to report? Because often it gives a report of what the institution does. No, so that is why it brings about a bit of relevance. Now, communicative values are to be maintained. Statistical analysis has to be there in your report writing, and recommendations means whatever you suggest. Communicative values is all those things that it should be authentic, it should be original, there should not be any exaggeration, there should not be any other intention, a personal intention to write a report or give it a particular color. So those things. Statistical analysis has to be there. Everything has to be based on facts and figures, and recommendations means finally whatever you put before. So these are more or less the different points to be kept in mind, while you write a report. So while you conclude, your final conclusion or your suggestion should follow all those points or all those facts and figures or all those different segments that you have put in your report, and thereby it should lead to the rightful conclusion. So you can see here, intentionally, purposefully, I have written it to give you a text about it, which says that reports in written form are useful for future reference. Yes, I say that any documentation is something that exists. So that's a testimony of what all you had circulated in the form of a report. So it is not only that it serves the purpose then and there, it can be referred to years later even. So reports provide adequate and correct information as well as statistical data. That is what you have to do. A report provides information of unknown facts. Yes, that is why it's a report. You go, you investigate, you observe, you put it into the platter as a report, and then you let it known to those people who were not there on the spot. So a report provides valuable information, of all the sectors in the business. Hence, reports are useful for solving the problems. As I said, that if there's an issue with the factory workers, so the supervisor is sent to find out what the problem is all about, and then the supervisor finally reports to the manager. And this report is in the form of a written report only. It can be verbal report also at a very unofficial level, but at the end of the day, when the different, it has to be followed up with certain actions. So there must be certain written documents before. So that what the report works as. So report acts as an important and effective internal tool of communication. So internal, it can be external as well. It can be formal, it can be informal as well, as we have talked about. So this is more or less about it. So if you have any questions till now, you can say, or we will move to a written exercise. Now, whatever I taught today, it was more or less a recap of all the important points, that its significance, what a report is all about, what are the different types, what is the structure, what is the style and pattern in which you should write, what is the format that we should follow. Now, keeping all them in mind, at the end of the day, we should know how to write it. So we have to do some written exercise. So till we move on to that, anyone having any questions regarding any of the theoretical part of this report writing, can ask me. I give you 5 minutes for the same, and then I share my exercise with you. I show you the final practical format of the body of a report. That means that report which starts with a report on and the body structure. I just shared that. Nihal, is it visible? I'm asking
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Answer.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's pretty visible.
Okay, so see, when you write a report, on the top you write the title of the report, right? So a report on, very specifically you write. And then you put the date of the event of which you are writing the report, not the date on which you are writing the report. Don't mistake. Fine. So date means, say for example, I will give you a report to be written on this academic writing workshop. So it started from 19th May and ended till maybe 9th June. Okay, so you within date you put that span. Time, it is, say for example, from 2 to 4. Then venue is your Zoom meet, and purpose is to learn how to write an different academic writings. Now, workshop organized by, an example I'm citing, so that you can write about it. So organized by, say for example, this one, Amity University, Noida, Uttar Pradesh, AUUP. Workshop attended by students of different universities. Then the reporting details, that means here from your actual report starts. The reporting details, if you see, you write colon hyphen underline and you start writing introduction. In introduction, you talk about, the backdrop of this academic writing workshop. So why it had been put, and what is the purpose, and how you feel like it will be able to help. So people who require them. So on the basis of that, it is going to make your introduction. Then you write para 1, para 2 on the basis of the different topics that were discussed in this particular academic writing sessions. And then finally, you conclude that how much you had been benefited, say for example, and what suggestions you would like to put forward so that next time it can be made better. So that is all about your conclusion and suggestion. The ending part of the story. Fine. Am I clear, everyone? Nihal, you can answer on others.
Ma'am, what do we have to write in the column the report in details?
In report in details, it is
Can
not
you
a
please
column.
repeat it?
The report in details is a section which starts after that with introduction. Getting it? This is a section which starts after that. You write introduction and so maybe 300 words you are reading. Fine. So here you find 300 words. So maybe 50 words for introduction. Say I talked about planning and organization of your write-up. So this is the most practical part of the story. So here in introduction, you are going to write the background in maybe 50 words. 50 words means 5 sentences. And then if you are writing 4 sections, that means 4 paragraphs here, when I tell you to write in 300 words, so maybe on an average for every paragraph you write 5 sentences. Understand, lines and sentences are not the same. One sentence can be written in 3 lines. But sentences means a complete sentence I am talking about. So 50 words means more or less 5 sentences on an average. So like that you see, in conclusion also you write 50 words. So 300 words report is ready. 300 words report is a 3-page report. Maybe you can write in 1.5 page, but more or less it is like that. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. After that, what you do is, once you have written the signature, you have to put here your signature and date. Signature and date, right? Now, this signature and date will be your name, signature, and the date on which you are submitting the report. So don't confuse this with the other ones. Fine. Signature and date of the person who is submitting the report. Clear? After conclusion. So after writing 300 words, at the end you have to put date and your name in full and signature. Getting it? Name of the person submitting the report, right? That will make it clear. Name and designation you can also make. That will be more authentic. That means anyone and everyone cannot write the report. The one who has been assigned with the activity has to do. Name and designation of the person submitting the report, signature, date. This will go at the fag end. So now is the format clear? Nihal, is it understandable? I am asking you again on behalf of the rest of the students, since
Yes.
you're the only one who responds.
Yes, ma'am. I think you have prepared in a very simple form. And
Simple,
it's
at
quite
the same
understandable.
time, it is something which you can follow. And whenever you are asked to write a report, you should strictly abide by it. No more cartelment will be allowed in this kind of a report, because this is the bare minimum which you must write whenever you write a report. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think you have mentioned here 4 paragraphs, but during the session you said you can also write in 3 paragraphs. For example, 1 paragraph for the
One, two,
introduction,
three,
second is
4.
body, and
See,
third is conclusion.
4 is the minimum number of paragraphs, right? You can write more, or each paragraph can be very lengthy even. Say, for example, you only said, no, it can be 1,000 pages report even. I said it can be a fat book even as a report. You have seen annual reports of big companies, they're so big, so fat and spirally binded. It's so heavy to carry. So they are all report. But my point is here, you have to write minimum 4 paragraphs. And here it is very easy. The schedule which you followed all these days, that will be your topic. That means the different topics. One is report, another maybe punctuation, another something else, the citations. So there are so many topics which has already been discussed by the professors that you can put here. Now my question I share. So this will help you to give your report on academic writing in a proper manner. I just reshare that. Just a second. My question has to be shared, right? So just this academic writing workshop, write on this only. But follow the format that I shared. If you want to have that format, let me see if I can put it in the chat box. I think the question is,
Or if
the question,
or if ma'am it's Or ma'am, if it's not possible, that then you can simply share the format again, and we can take a screenshot.
Yes, that you can do. Should I minimize? Yes, that will be easier, but this is too small. Let me see whether you can do it or not. Now you can see the question, right?
Ma'am, we can write in chat box only, na?
You can write in chat box, you can write in Word document and then put it in the chat box. That will be far more pertinent. Because in the chat box, you will not be able to maintain the format. But in a white paper or maybe a Word document, you will be able to maintain the format.
Ma'am, I'm really sorry, because you have given us 300 words limit, right? But I don't have the laptop right now, so I was writing chat box. But our chat box is not supporting after 50 words or 60 words.
So you can write it in a white page and take a snap and put it in the chat box.
No, ma'am. I think we cannot post an image in chat box. You
So
can mention
go
your
with
email
paragraph
ID.
wise as well. Did you write any paragraph? Let me check, and then you can go with the next paragraph, which we often do in the classes as well. Did you put anything in the chat box as of now?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I have not put anything because there was a technical glitch and I got disconnected. Ma'am, what you can do is you can post your email ID and I will later send a PDF form in your mail to your.
So I
To
am
your
just
inbox.
writing here below my email ID.
Ma'am, I think time is too less, but I will definitely send you later. And if anyone has written, I would like to listen what others have
If
written.
I have shared something, I could have discussed. That is the thing. If you have written something, you can read out. That is also okay. Kunal, you can read out something. Nihal. Did you write the first part?
Yes, ma'am.
To read out that. Not an issue. Read out and then you continue. Following the format from the beginning, everything you should read out so that I can get to know that you have followed the format that I have shared. Because format is very important in a report writing. And then of course your writing skill goes without saying.
Okay. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. The title of my report is Academic Writing Workshop from 19th of May.
So our report on academic writing workshop from 19th May till date. You can put today's date even, right? It
Yes,
will
yes.
give it a more authentic shape. Till date is for just your knowledge that you should write the report on that. When you write the report, you specifically mention the date.
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
leave a single opportunity where you can put specific facts and figures, right? Yeah, go ahead
Yes.
then.
Dates 7th June 2021, time 3:19 p.m. Venue Zoom meeting.
19 p.m.
Yes.
3:19 p.m. From 2 to 4 you are doing this, no? From 2 to 4 p.m. every day on the weekdays you are doing this, right?
Ma'am, actually I put the current timing, the current time.
Okay, no, time slot you can put the scheduled time. Fine, that you need not go. But someday it was 2 minutes late or 2 minutes early, that is not significant. So the time slot given to such a workshop, that you have to mention. Fine. So it's an official report also. That also you have to keep in mind.
Yes, ma'am. Venue Zoom meeting. Purpose to
One more reason I state, Nihal, behind this is, see, if had it been for one day, you could have done that exact time. But that's a time slot every day, right? All the weekdays, leaving Saturday, Sundays. So that proper time slot has to be given. Not the exact time of each day separately you can give. So the time schedule that has been framed, you are going to do. Okay, fine. Then
Okay. Purpose to develop academic writing skills in the students from various universities.
among the students studying in different universities, fine.
Okay. Workshop organized by MT University, Noida, Uttar Pradesh.
Fine.
Workshop attended by students, students from various universities and from various departments.
Students from different universities.
Okay. The report in details. The report in details. This academic writing
Report
workshop
in
is.
details is the header, fine, subhead, and then you start writing in details. Yes, so start the next sentence with a fresh one, not a continuation. The report in details is like this, that, not like that. The report in details, and then you
Okay,
follow.
report in details, reports in the report in details for colon, and after that that I am
Okay, what is the first
reading
sentence
the
with
content.
which you are starting after this?
Okay, the academic writing workshop has been organized by MT University Noida after proper planning, and students were told well in advance that only those students will get workshop certificate who will be having more than 90% of attendance.
But here, when you introduce the academic writing workshop, we talk about why this academic writing workshop is necessary and why it has been organized. And then you talk about that, that students attended academic writing workshop, and then you follow with the details. Right? So that will create the background, right? Why this academic writing workshop happened? You are writing a report of the same. So in introduction, you are talking about the background. You should talk about the background rather. So academic learning to know how the different academic write-ups are to be written is something very important in this present day scenario, that students from the different segments, whether they're technical students or they're in a different academy, they require to write different technical write-ups in their academic life as well as their professional life. So learning the same is very much pertinent in this present day business world. And therefore, Amity took the initiative to organize
Actually,
this.
ma'am, I included these details in introduction part.
So this is not your introduction that you started with details?
No, ma'am. Actually, you after the report in details section, you have mentioned introduction part, right?
Yes, there you are writing. No, that's why I am saying this, because within the introduction, what you write, that makes the background of the purpose, right? Then you go ahead. That is how you introduce. That makes the background, and then you go ahead with the nitty-gritty of the details.
Yes.
Okay, so make those little bit changes. It is the changes are there in your throw in which you are putting, the way you are putting the entire idea, how you are catering, all those things. No issues. So then go ahead,
Okay.
read out.
Introduction. As we all know that academic writing skills are very important for the students who are doing higher education, especially for literature students, and because they are the ones who will later on do MPhil as well as PhD also. So after proper planning, Amity University Noida has decided to organize a workshop, because it was already the lockdown period going on, and so that students can utilize this lockdown period in the best way possible. And that's why our university, or rather I'd say that's why Amity University has decided to do something so that it will be beneficial for the students, not only from MD University but from different universities also, because in government universities in government universities of India, students are not given this much opportunity to attend various workshops. Yeah, so that's why.
So I hope you have spoken a lot for introduction, isn't it? Now you should move on to the first topic of discussion that was there in your academic writing. So I showed there, no, topic one makes your first paragraph after introduction, of course. So what is the first topic that you have talked about? Did you start writing that?
Okay, ma'am. First topic I was I did not write the complete paragraph, but I just wrote 2-3 lines about the first topic, and I just mentioned.
Take 2 more minutes and finish that. Finish that
Yes.
and read it out to me.
Okay. Okay. In first paragraph, I just mentioned in the big from 19th of May, or rather I would say in the beginning part of workshop, students were taught about the basic grammar as well as the why academic writing is important for them. So so the workshop was started from the basic English, and then it moved to the higher level of academic writings. And right from the first day onwards, the students were quite enthusiastic, as it were actually I just forgot, actually all the my content was deleted. So I think the others should carry on. I'm not very confident.
No problem. Yes, others, no one else is responding at all. So that's why I always catch you, because you are the one who interact and at least show some interest.
Yes, ma'am. It's an honor for me. But just when I'm the only one who is speaking, it's it's making me, and it's making me nervous also.
No, nothing like that. You are doing it well. Ma'am, more or less, I have shared with the students, given them an exercise. Nihal has talked about it. Rest are not responding actually.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
I think we are done with it then.
Okay, ma'am. All right, dear students, am I audible to each one of you? Yes? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now these two sessions which Dr. Jayati Bhattacharya has taken, they were very, very important for you from the point of view of earning a e-certificate from us. So these two, workshops which you have already attended, which were on report writing, these have talked about the basics of report writing. So we are not done with it as as of now. Tomorrow we shall meet you with a new edition of academic writing, in which we shall be talking about the further nuances of report writing. We shall be talking about how to include charts, how to include tables, how to include bibliography in various different formats of report writing. Because remember, report writing is something which is, applicable, or which is relevant to almost all the streams. It could be engineering, it could be humanities, it could be anything. So in whichever sector you go, you will be asked to write a report. And hence it is important that you should know how to include the further details of report writing, how we go about it. So please do not forget to join us tomorrow, same time, 2 to 4, with a new edition in which we shall talk at length. You may not be knowing a lot many things. So these workshops, I'm sure, have increased your understanding, and since you get a flavor of different teachers, different professors coming to you every afternoon and sharing their valuable, experience with you. So please take it very seriously. Now, as I told you, this will also pave your way towards earning an e-certificate. It could only be possible if you guys are able to score above 95% marks. And this shall be on Wednesday. Okay, so now I think you understand why Dr. Jayati has been asking you, and she was, giving you so many chances to talk about your work. What have you done? How have you written? What were the plus points of your writing, and what were the minus points? So this is going to make the the way to you to make your resumes even more effective. So I would suggest that please take these workshops. Again, I'm reiterating, take them very seriously, because without this, you may not be able to sail through in your post-assessment session, which we have kept on Wednesday, as I just told you. Okay. In case if you have any queries, you're most welcome to ask. We still have time. Is there anything you want to ask me or Dr. Jayati Bhattacharya?
Ma'am, actually, I had some network issues in between, ma'am. So I just wanted to ask you if this particular assignment that ma'am has given, we need to send it to her by when, ma'am?
This was within the session. This was within the session, but I'm afraid now the time is up.
Yes, ma'am. I had like a class in between, and then my net got cut off for about half an hour.
No issues, Shivani. If you have heard her, very closely, you must have understood what she wanted to convey. And
Yes, ma'am.
that, okay, so there is nothing to worry about. This was within the session.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, and what about you were saying something about the final assignment?
Yes, it is called a post assessment, which shall be on Wednesday.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and this you should attend. So
Yes,
there
ma'am.
are 2 more sessions to go before we wind up, before these sessions will come to an end. So do join us tomorrow for a fresh edition on academic writing, in which we shall talk about inclusion of bibliography, inclusion of tables, charts, how to go about it. Because I
Uh,
don't think you know how to actually
no,
handle
ma'am.
the data.
Ma'am, post assessment will be like in the form of MCQ question answers, or we supposed to write some report.
Shivani, that the respective professor will come and she will share.
Okay, ma'am.
So I cannot share that at the moment.
It's okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So just to keep up your suspense, your excitement, I cannot share it right now, but yes, I know that you guys have been with us, constantly. You people were with us right from day one. Many of you have attended all the sessions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so I do understand that you would like to, take away some good things from us as well, in the shape of an e-certificate, which is going to build your
Definitely,
resume,
ma'am.
make it more effective. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
on that note, I would like to thank Dr. Jyoti Bhattacharya for sparing her precious time. You must be aware, dear students, she is a PhD coordinator also, and today she had a very hectic schedule. Right from the morning, she is busy with SRCs, and she is, since she is coordinator, so it was very difficult for her to make time for us, but we are grateful to her that she did come, and she has shared her experience with you all, and I'm sure that this is going to make you people stand in good stead. So thank you, Dr. Jayati Bhattacharya, once again for your
Thank you,
insightful
ma'am. Thank you,
session.
everyone,
Thank
for
you
being
so
a
much,
patient
ma'am.
listener.